Hello folks, this is Gmodism and we're having a little relaxing building session in From the Depth. And as you can hear, it is raining outside, so we'll see if I can keep my window open. It is raining in a tiny little bit, I must confess. But that's all fine, I think. Alright, so I tried to change the microphone setting a little bit so it should be picking up background sounds a little bit better. So you can hear the mechanical keyboard that's clicking very satisfyingly. Well, in any case, we should be doing some stuff here. One thing I want to do is I want to make some prefabs actually that I will have for later use. So I think we're gonna have two of them. They are going to be 3 meters long. No, I mean 12 meters long. Alright. And I want actually to build a little, let's see here, it's what we call composite armor. Since I do like my composite armors quite a bit. So I do hope that some new people have found the channel because of this little video, and also that, well, some of the old people on the channel appreciates this little video because we haven't actually played this game yet onto the Gmodism Relaxation channel. So we'll see a little bit how I will do with like the naming of the video and stuff like that. So what I normally kind of do is this channel's name has actually been changed a number of times. It's been called the ASMR Gaming channel. It has been called ASMR Gaming Sweden, and I recently decided that I want to use my kind of Gmodism name for basically everything I'll do online. So I renamed it to Gmodism Relaxation. And well, you can please tell me what you think about that in the comment section, because I don't know, we might change the name of the channel again too if it like doesn't work as a name or whatever. Maybe you think the previous names was better, but I just kind of felt like that, you know, I want to have the same type of presence online, because for my different channels I'm still kind of the same person, and I do actually know that there are some people on the normal Gmodism channel who told me a couple of times that you have such a soothing voice. I felt asleep. I felt asleep, and I'm like, oh, I'm not sure if that's a good thing, but maybe it is. Yo, I completely forgot. I don't want it to be like this actually. I want it to be... Okay, come on. Yeah. So anyways, that's kind of why. And because of some certain like types of streamers on Twitch as well, I kind of feel a little bit like the word ASMR can basically mean some other things as well, if you know what I mean. And for that reason, I'm not sure if labeling the content as like ASMR like works anymore, or if people will get like weird expectations or whatever. So there is that as well. But I do kind of wonder though, should we actually... Like, one thing I wanna know is... explodes when a shell touches this. I wonder... I don't think it matters which direction we put this, actually. It looks a little bit more stylish to have it in the other way. But I will do a test, of course. So if we do a... take this area there, take this area there, and we take... Yeah, so I'm kind of a little bit wondering if I should go more with like relaxing gaming than like ASMR gaming in general for like titles and everything like that, just because I don't really know how, you know, it's weird. And another little mini test as well, which basically will be 4 times 4 4. But do please tell me in the comments what you think, especially about this little combo with the keyboard and soft speaking. This would be called, if I say this like a... It's like what I always did with this video is what I would basically call this, you know, building in from the depth, soft-spoken ASMR, something like that. I think I want a smaller gun, so I want to do the same damage. So I'm going to drag myself a... Can I? Thank you. Alright, so I shoot it in the middle there. Really? Only one block? Alright. I can shoot through there, that's interesting to know. Alright. Maybe I'll need a stronger gun. Perhaps I need a, like, grenade launcher anyways. Okay. I'll do it like this. Okay, it protect well. No difference. Okay, this one, everything is gone. Everything is gone. %, 94, 96, 97, 94, 96. Okay. 10%, 28%, 31, 15, 31, 15, 10, 28. It seems to... It feels a little bit like the position of the blocks in this case doesn't really matter. They seem to be doing the same type of damage. Yeah, so whichever way it comes from, it's gonna like blow up, and yeah, it basically blows up evenly. Well, excuse me a little bit there. It has basically stopped raining, so I'll have to close the window a little bit there. One thing I would like to just quickly test a little bit, however, is what happens if we use wood combined with explosive reactive armor, because I kind of feel like this might cause some issues. Who knows? Right. Because I'm just thinking a little bit in case an explosion goes like that, in case an explosion goes like that, it does explode on the surface there, but would there be any difference if it were metal? They still blow up. Even if we shoot... Oops. Yeah, kinda. So... I wonder then... if they are covered by some blocks, they should be intact, right? No, I don't necessarily say like this is any better, but we might indeed use wood. Yeah, we can use wood for era as well, actually. So of course metal has a lot more health, but in any case that can be used for structural support of era. Well, from this little test, I think we can conclude that it's fine to have the era blocks like this. That, so we have some interesting symmetry going on there. And hopefully it seems that the era blocks explosion center doesn't make much of a difference, so it matters which way we kind of twist them, which is good to know. Just to check, if we blow up the era there, the one on the other side are indeed intact. And that's very good. Alright. So I'm thinking we're having this 8 block high, 12 blocks long setup. And we do want to have the regular wood metal thing as well, I think. So we're gonna set up that. That is indeed correct. There we go. Because I want this pattern to actually be like this, right? Because I usually have them that many blocks tall, and that doesn't quite. I mean, I think this looks more aesthetically pleasing, and it's also a little bit easier to have other heights when we have it in this way, so we can have it not like 4 or 8 or 12 blocks high. We can have it setting the height per meter rather, so a little bit more flexible. And then I'm also wondering if we should do a budget armor slab. And the budget armor slab, I think if we can use metal like this, and we mix in stone with it, because metal and stone has the same weight, right? We have 16. Ooh. I got some weird ideas. So stones, you can see this has reinforced wood. It's a little weaker than stone, but it's lighter and it has a little more armor. Stone is kind of low armor. One thing though, let's see here, armor. So glass block has almost as much armor as an alloy block. So I wonder what happens. Yeah, let's make this little stone pattern first. That. I think. No. There we go. Now I got some interesting ideas here. One thing that is pretty funny is that what happens if we back up wood with some heavy armor? We go to the block health thing here. So it has an armor class of 20. Alright, so it's only 20. I thought it might be more. So wood has an armor class of 8, of course, but with heavy armor behind, it turns into 20. Not sure if that's like good though. Right. We open the window a little bit again, and now we get to listen to some birds and some planes instead. So I think the heavy armor composite is probably not something that's worth it. I wonder, however, like a heavy armor and metal composite might be worth it. No, that's a helicopter, I think. That's a little bit too loud, I think. Oh well. So I'm wondering a little bit. We have some different things. So if we would have if we just for testing sake back up some wood with heavy armor, we can just check armor class. So it's basically like 20 if we look here, and if we go here, oh look, the bonus gets smaller. Alright, so we can't trick the system anything. Not like that anyways. Maybe if we do like that, it will be like, I guess it depends a lot on where we hit on this thing then. Who knows? One thing I'm wondering though is if we can make an air gap armor slab. So what if we made a composite armor using slopes? Right. So most shots would probably hit dead on like this, and that's not good. But I think we need to change the angle of these in the first place. So if we are on the side of a ship, the shells will come in probably slightly from above, which means if they come in straight, it will be an angle. If they come in a little bit from above, they might hit the edge there, and that will be better. Alright, so this angle would be best facing the shots that are incoming in case they dig in a little bit. But yeah, well, let us do like that. So, in case this is better, or something like this, or if we should use another material. Now this should really like activate some of those shells there, that's for sure. But I wonder if we actually like to integrate a so-called spool liner inside of here in case they use hash shells. And that would probably best be wood. So here we have an integrated spool liner. And I wonder if one even should put a layer like that. I suppose this could be an opportunity where we don't want the wood sloped. Possibly if we have the wood straight here, because wood is kind of cheap as it is, so it's better to use full blocks to get the max health point bonus. And we don't want shots hitting the wood directly. So outside of this is probably where we'd have just a layer of normal metal. Something like that. Then we get to an integrated spool liner, which should make the heat and hash bounce off a little bit. Question is if we should not indeed, maybe we don't want full, if we back this with wood here, that would probably make a little bit too weak armor, to be quite honest. I'm not sure this is even something we should save, but I'm thinking something in these terms. And having an integrated spool liner like this, yeah, it's good against heat and hash, but this armor in general might not be the best, but it does float automatically, I believe. So that's one good thing. So we do want these to be metal though, because the fragments will bounce off. But I'm not entirely sure this is better than if we would have filled that area with, for example, wedges like this. Because these are also pretty nice. Well, I guess we can save it there for now. Here we do have a really budget armor. And if we would like to make this armor extra budget, we could do something like, I don't know, something like this. But that's probably doesn't offer us very many bonus points, rather. It doesn't add much in terms of usefulness. However, because the thing is, let's see here. I wonder if we like to integrate like pole armor, for example. Because if we use pole armor, we should indeed not be getting any armor class bonus. So even if we use heavy armor, if we use the poles, there is an air gap there that is shouldn't be added up. And it's like, oh, it's a very small point. It technically adds up. Yeah, but that's almost kind of impossible to hit, I believe. Yeah, it's very hard. Anyways, if we go this thing, it has an armor class of 52, so it's definitely boosted by that. And then we have 48 for this, 52. You know, the stacking bonus isn't that much. Nah, probably not. I don't think we want to have heavy armor integrated in armor like this anyhow, because I do kind of feel like that making a armor pattern using heavy armor is probably less worth it than just having a simple sheet of heavy armor, because heavy armor is so expensive, and I think that the metal blocks we add here have a too high chance of getting destroyed, and this will also mean that when the metal gets destroyed, there is a risk that the heavy armor will drop too, even though it's not destroyed. Nah, it doesn't really offer any. I don't think it really offers much in terms of usability. And probably, since heat and hash goes through this layer as well, I think it might be more economical if we would kind of replace the heavy armor with slopes. Something like this. And that could be a decent armor. I'm almost starting to think that if we do like this, we have to have metal like this as well, because then we make a pretty good, then we should be making a pretty good air gap. I do kind of like this design. I think I'll save this design and we're going to think about it a little bit. May not save it or use it in the end, but as for right now, I think this could be an interesting concept that we should really take to the testing board. However, now let's see here. If they were the other direction, a straight one would be good. Up, if it comes from above, it would be kind of weak against cramps, not so sure. But if we tilt, yeah, I think it's more likely that the shots that will come in from this angle will actually be a little bit more like this. So I'd say we do a little twist it around a little bit. This was a little bit more difficult than I would have expected. Something like that, right? Yeah, I think this can probably work. Now I can see the pattern again. was a little bit difficult. Right. And when we do this pattern, while it's not super dense, it should still provide some type of protection for everything. And it might indeed be worthwhile. It's not super dense, but it should still get a meaningful armor class bonus from the other one. Oh, I already forgot some blocks. And that would be heavy armor. Right. So metal and heavy armor. I don't know what we should call that, but it's weird, that's for sure. There we go. So I think that these armor slabs can now be saved. Oh yes, and by using a little prefab thing, probably I'm going to aim them towards that direction. There should be, of course, be 8 blocks high, 12 blocks wide, and 2 deep. Alright, so this is a super lightweight armor that's kind of cheap still and is basically a, well, aircraft type of armor. Alright, we'll begin with this one. What should we call this? I think we need to call... I think we need to call them all AS for armor slab. And we should call them AS12 because they are 12 long. 8 high matters a little less, but 12 long, yeah. AS12. HA metal. HA metal diamonds. We can copy that. Then we'll do it like this. This needs to be 4 deep. Right. I'm gonna save this one and call it outer armor integrated spall line. Is it lining with eye lining or lining? That's a good question. We can just call it integrated spall liner. Something like that. Wood metal. I like my technical names. Like that. And we make it too deep. And we're gonna save this one. And this we can call stone, metal, stone, metal, budget armor, because that's the point. This one we can call wood metal. We don't need the budget there because the stone metal is budget for only metal, which would be more usable in many circumstances, but nothing we need to do a prefab of. Wood metal armor. Cool. And what should we call this one? Era metal staggered. Is it spelled like that? Yes, it is. Staggered era metal armor. Yeah, I think that's fine. Then we have this one, which we can save as wood aviation armor. Wood alloy aviation armor. Yes, much cheaper than 2 layers of alloy, but still decent. So I don't know. I don't know if folks found this interesting, relaxing, or nice to have in the background, but now I have successfully made some nice prefabs we can use for some future projects. If you enjoy this relaxing type of building video, then well, please tell me in the comments that you'd like me to make more of these, and I can indeed record more sessions of when I'm building stuff or templates or doing stuff in general in different creative games. And if you especially like this from the depth installment, please do tell me that. And hopefully this will be one of those times getting relaxed by my voice wasn't a bad thing that made you lose focus on something interesting. Well, in any case, you'll of course find more edited normal content on the normal Gmodism channel, and stay here on Gmodism Relaxation if you want some more relaxing content. This is your host Gmodism, and I'm signing out. Good night or good day.